here's what we got today on Jeff's Caddy. We're gonna do the intake pass-through. We have to run the intake. So there'd be nothing wrong with just having the intake and having the filter here. We like to keep things a little cleaner. So we're actually gonna make a pass-through going that way so that when you remove this cover, your filter is down there. So let's get to it. Let's take this off. We may or may not pull the clip. Not sure yet. Let's just see how things play out. But that is the goal for today. Here's what we got. We took both horns off. One of the horns was mounted here, the other one down there. We'll obviously have to relocate those somewhere in the whole grand scheme of things, but that's where we're gonna drill our hole. And then we'll have this that can go through there. Let me go ahead and make this hole. All right, here's what we got. And then from here, we'll have a silicone boot that goes to the intake that way. Let me unmask this so you can see what it looks like on the other side. All right, so when we get to building something, sometimes we have to look at other options, or sometimes we have to call audibles on certain things. So I have this mocked up kind of where the pass-through would be. We're gonna have a 90 boot here. But then I started thinking about it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to put an intake elbow here, and then maybe do a 90 that way. So then I'm like, all right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clamps. Then on this side, another clamp. It just seems really bulky on this side. So what I thought maybe, all right, well, what if, because we talked about welding this sleeve or this intake piece to the core support and making that one piece. What if, then I thought, okay, well, what if we remove this? This, instead of welding anything to the core support, obviously this would need to be extended, but we would do a pass through, right? Then we would chop here, put our intake there. That way on this side, there's only a hose clamp at the filter to the tube, and there isn't sections of a boot with 2 clamps, then the filter with a clamp. It can become really bulky and it just looks too much. So what I think we'll do is go get another 90 intake tube. Went over to our buddies at Saxy Rod Shop. They picked up a few supplies. So we got another 90 degree 4-inch aluminum tubing. We got our filter, we got some clamps, we got our mass airflow bung. We're gonna use the LS3 cartridge style on this one. And we have our coupler. So what we're gonna do is, we had said earlier, try to make this pass through here. And see if we can't just make the filter with 1 clamp, come through here, out this way, 2 tabs, rubber coupler, and then we're gonna fabricate our intake to the throttle body. So let's get that going. Here's what we got so far. So this will be 1 piece, clamp there. We'll put some tabs here to hold it. It'll pass through, there'll be a coupler here, and then we'll have an intake on this side. I like that layout, looks good. All right, so now that we have the intake kind of where we want it, we're gonna go back here to the back table, put a couple tack welds. All right, so what we're kind of going back and forth with is the angle of the filter and where we're going to position that. It might be a little too tight for comfort, so we're going to play with a couple bends, maybe do a couple pie cuts and see if maybe we can't reposition the filter on this side. But all right, here is the pie cut that I added. Yep. So there goes the routing. Plenty of clearance. You can remove the filter to service it. Everything comes off nice and easy. We need to make our tab here to support the intake tube. But I'm pretty happy with that. Kind of intricate. Good airflow through here. I'm digging that. Once everything's painted black, it's just gonna hide. It's gonna look really sleek. So that's good. So now what we'll do is we'll pull everything off, fully weld it. Running out of time for today, so we will go ahead and scuff and paint everything tomorrow or the day after that. But everything's coming together really good. I'm happy with it. So that's how it looks. Yep, that'll work.